Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas are too adorable together. The pair first spoke in 2016 and were linked in 2017. In 2018, the pair were married, and they are now parents to daughter Malti Marie. Access Hollywood is looking back at some of the pair's cutest moments, starting off back in 2018, when Pri showed off her stunning engagement ring while speaking about her first piece of Tiffany jewelry.
Oh my God, I gotta go like far back. I think it was my mom for one of my 20s milestone birthdays. I don't remember, I think it was 21 or it was 25, one of the two. And it was a blue box, and I always thought like a guy would give me a blue box, and I was like, Mom, what? She was like, you don't need a guy for a blue box, and I opened it up and it was a beautiful like solitaire pendant. And she just said, you know, you've achieved so much in your life, and I just wanted to commemorate that with your favorite thing. So yeah, that was one of my most memorable Tiffany pieces.
That's really sweet. I love that your mom said, well, I was, okay, I'm glad you brought it up, Priyanka. I was going to go there.
Organically.
Yeah, it just came out organically.
Here, everyone's only asking about.
Well, I mean, let me see it one more time, because I'm almost blind, but like, let me just go completely blind. It's beautiful. Now I heard, is it true that y'all shut down Tiffany to get this ring?
He did.
He shut
I
down?
didn't. He went with his brothers to pick it up. I didn't.
The Jonas Brothers shut down Tiffany's. Where there's like 17 million teenage girls out there while you just trying to get your ring.
I hope so. I would always want that for them.
Now, so tell me again. Let's show the ring again. How excited are you? Congratulations! You've got that glow. The glow of like love. Yes, I see it.
Well, I get super blushy and I get super shy, and that's not me. I don't get shy. So it's weird. Every time I have to talk about it, I'm like, so like girly and weird.
A year later in 2019, while speaking about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner's wedding, she also reflected on her special day with Nick.
Both of you did your own thing. I think that's what weddings are about. It's doing what is natural and right for that couple and owning that. And it's so cool that you did it your way, they did it their way, and it's exactly what that moment was supposed to be about.
And it's exactly who and what we stand for. Like, Nick and Joe both are so different, but are best friends, and that's what's beautiful about their relationships. And you can see that in the weddings as well. It was very reflective of the two of them and us as couples, you know?
It's amazing. I love that you guys are just such good friends in real life.
Thank God, can you imagine?
What if you didn't like your sisters-in-law?
That would have been rough.
You're very lucky.
That would have been hard. I lucked out.
You're very
They're
lucky.
amazing girls. And they're girls. That's what I love about them.
That same year, Nick spoke with Access about their fierce red carpet fashion looks.
We are having our Access Style Awards, and we are awarding you and Priyanka the Best Dressed Couple Award. Would you like to give an acceptance speech right now?
I would like to say a few words, which is that, you know, being stylish is just about feeling comfortable and confident in your own skin, and occasionally wearing, you know, a greenish suit, and, you know, having my wife by my side probably elevates anything I ever do. So really, this is for her.
Happy anniversary, too.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's coming up.
A year later in 2020, the couple had the look of love while chatting with Access at the Golden Globe Awards. And you have to see their reaction about limo lovin'.
Some people can pull off a little satin, but this man can pull off full satin. Come on, double-breasted?
I don't know. I'm
Double-breasted.
Look at her. Look at her.
Oh, you know what? I remember y'all way back when at the Met red carpet as friends. I felt the heat.
We did.
Did
we
you?
Did.
We called that.
did.
We met so many times after that.
You were on my show when I asked
Yeah.
you about it. Do you remember? And
We were rooting from the beginning.
Really?
Even before the beginning, actually. Before the beginning, apparently.
And we heard about the limo lovin' on the way over.
Yeah.
Oh, on the way over here.
Yeah.
No, at the Met Gala, right? Or here.
Did
Did you just?
That was an instigation.
What? Did they just? Oh man! I didn't
Gala, huh?
Brains
Sealed
with
the
me
deal.
today.
Guys, look up there. You know, the sporting event.
You found yourself on a little kiss cam.
Much heat on the carpet.
Oh, hey. Maybe just a little smooch. Maybe just a little. Mwah!
Make me happy.
I love that you were almost like, I don't want to ruin this lip, and I don't want to get it on you.
If it's a red mouth, like you know.
He's earned it.
We'll touch it up
Do
backstage.
we coordinate outfits like a big night like this tonight when y'all come out? What goes into it? What's behind the scenes?
Well, we just realized on our way here that this was like our first major red carpet outside of the Met Gala together. And we didn't really coordinate. I liked the outfit that I liked, and then he liked the outfit. But it inevitably happens that we end up complimenting each other.
But when Nick gave you this tonight, what did you say?
Yeah.
I said, oh, it's going to be a Happy New Year, baby. I love that there's someone outside of me that does that.
That's that Jumanji check right there. Right, we did it. Number one in the box office, baby.
In 2021, the Quantico alum gushed to Access about how it felt when her now husband proposed to her, as well as their lavish wedding.
I gotta ask about Nick. We talked to him just yesterday, okay? So I gotta get a direct quote.
He said that to me yesterday. He was like, I think we're doing a lot of the same press right now.
Yeah, you guys might be doing the same press tour because he said, we asked him about the proposal and he told us that you waited 45 seconds to respond. And then he says, it was tough. And he eventually had to say, I'm just gonna put this on your finger and then you tell me after if it's a no, but I'm tired of waiting. Can you confirm, what were you thinking in those 45 seconds?
He claims it's 45 seconds, by the way. My life flashed in front of me. I wasn't expecting this at all. This was 2 months from our first date.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew we were gonna go in that direction. It just took me by surprise completely. He claims, like I said, it was 45 seconds. I don't think it was that long.
Okay.
But he did do that. You know, there's one thing to know about my husband. When he wants something, he gets it. And he's an extremely, he's not someone who waits around. He's very self-assured and confident about it. So he was on his knee and he just put the ring on my finger, sat down next to me and said, is it a no? And I was like, no, yes. Like,
I was like, wait, no, don't say no, Priyanka. Say yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all's well that ends well. He got the yes. We got the amazing wedding. I loved watching you guys' celebrations, all of the beautiful cultural photos you shared, and just this beautiful combining of two worlds, two lives, two families. Nick talked about the fact that he loved the festive Hindu wedding celebrations and traditions. What can you tell us about one of the most special cultural traditions that you had in the wedding? There's one where there's turmeric paste that the family paints onto the bride and groom.
Yeah, that's called the haldi. And this is basically, you know, Hindu culture is so ancient and comes from so many years old. So this is symbolic of the beautification of the bride and the groom for, you know, the culmination of their marriage. And so it comes from that symbolic, every ritual in a Hindu wedding is usually for the families to get to know each other. And this is a way of sort of everyone in the family to get to know the groom and the bride. So it's really beautiful, and it usually with the guy, it gets a little handsy because it's all the women that get to put the haldi on his face and his chest, and you know, usually they tear off what he's wearing, and
yeah.
It was really funny to see all the women in Nick's family especially go in hard.
That same year, she talked about returning to the carpet, as well as announcing the Oscar nominations with him.
So I just want to go through a couple of big moments. The BAFTAs we have to talk about. Your film received 2 nominations. What do you remember most about that night, about that experience? Girl, about this look.
Well, thank you. It was the first time in a year I was getting dressed for a red carpet. So it was kind of weird, and, you know, it was mixed feelings because you walk out onto this carpet and this amazing outfit, which was styled by Law. And, you know, I walked into this carpet with my hot date and my husband, who was looking amazing that night. And then suddenly, you know, we were so aware of everyone wearing masks and the social distance. And then being at the Royal Albert Hall with like no one in it was just so eerie and telling of the hard year that we've had, and that a lot of the world, especially India right now, is having. And, you know, it was ominous. And I was just really grateful to be in a place where I got to meet friends and colleagues and celebrate cinema, including my own movie this year. So it was bittersweet, I have to say.
Yeah. And what about Oscar nomination day? I mean, how much fun was doing this together?
It was great. I felt super honored to do it, and especially having Nick around me, like, he makes everything so much easier. But what I really wanted to make sure, and I was practicing really hard, was to get everyone's names right. Like, I know how annoyed I get when someone mispronounces my name, and you know, it's just disrespectful. So I remember, like, I was just, Nick and I were both like practicing and making sure that we got everyone's names right. And that was my biggest stress, especially because it was live. But thankfully everything went off well.
In 2023, Priyanka shared about having her man make a cameo in Love Again.
Tell me about shooting that scene. Was it hard to keep a straight face?
You know what? It really was, because Nick was never supposed to do the movie. He just happened to be in London because I was filming over there, and it was the first time I was getting out of LA. It was during lockdown. It was 2020. So the scene was that the actor has to lick my face in slow motion, and I was just like really stressed out about it. But he happened to be in town, so I really like took a wifey favor, and I was like, please. And you know, he did it, so it was really cool.
Can it at least be my husband licking my face?
At least familiar, you know, saliva.
I was just dying at his character as a whole. The push-ups, the counting the calories.
He was really like practicing. He was like thinking about how would a douchebag react to this.
Well, I'm sure your first date was very far from what that was.
Very far. I've never had a bad date with him.